shore and the steepness of the beach, which determines the amount of sand that's available, but also the ability of the wind to move that sand. But ultimately, the ridge and the swale topography is a feedback to that alongshore variation in vegetation. That initial perturbation that started associated with this maritime forest, seagrass, and salt marsh created these ridges which now control the day-to-day beach-dune interaction, which are affected by which ultimately are the reason why we got the transgression occurring now, and how that transgression is occurring overall. So, and I may be using this word inappropriately, but obviously I'm a sand person. However, in terms of the overall structuring of the island, it is controlled by this geologic framework, but the best part of the geologic framework is actually a reflection of that ecological makeup, where you've got this maritime, where you've got this seagrass. So therefore, overall, the ability of this island to withstand future sea level rise, to withstand future changes in storm activity, depends upon the ability of these dunes to develop in height and extent, like I mentioned at the very beginning. But it's automatically forced. You can't change this pattern. It's forced by these ridge and swale topography. The Army Corps could. They could put a lot of sand and get rid of the ridge and swale. But that's not an option. Ultimately, that recovery depends upon the ability of the vegetation to come back. Now, the vegetation to come back can be a reemergence of some buried plant, particularly in those wide sections where it wasn't heavily hit. It could be seed banks or colonization from other parts. One of my graduate students right now is looking at this island, looking at how quickly the vegetation has recovered in the last 10 years. And I'm going to focus on this section down towards Fort Pickens area. There's a breach area where the island is where they were windsurfing for over a year afterwards.